What's good, y'all? But this talking about making money in 2023. Now, like I said, I think I said it in the video before. It might be somewhat after this. It should be within the span of these couple uploads. But we just gonna throw California and New York to the side. If you're in those states, get out, bro. Like that's an L. But the state I'm in, there's decent like attractions and stuff like that. Like it's not like all the sites like New York or LA or like all the sites in like Florida and shit like that. But there's a decent amount. Um and it's a state that has that still goes by the federal minimum wage. So, if you don't know the federal minimum wage, 7.25. Now, depending on where you're from, that might be like, oh, that's too crazy. Now, I ain't never started at no 7.25, but I started basically right above it. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't get into double digits until like 2018, and I started working in 2015. Now, I most likely could have went above that if, like I said in previous video. Damn, shut up! You ain't do none of this until I start hitting record, bruh. But until what was I saying? Oh, um, if it wasn't for like music and acting and shit like that. But basically, like because I was doing that, I wasn't really working that many hours, but I could have. Like, Thanos should have got y'all, bruh. Thanos should have got y'all. But if I wasn't, like I said multiple times, if I wasn't doing all this other stuff, I would be going crazy. Like going crazy as in money wise. So there's different ways you could do it. Um, unless you're, I'm just going to be a doctor or engineer, blah blah blah. Okay, yeah, go ahead. But I'd say number one, get a trait of anything, whether that be mechanic or some sort of manual labor. I say do that first because with that, no, not only do you have this particular career, or let's say electrician, plumbing, but those jobs are one always going to be needed, two always going to pay a good amount, and three, even if you don't get paid for it, you'll probably need those skill sets. Listen, I ain't never sit in these chairs a day in my life. It's my first time ever sitting on these chairs. But what was I saying? Oh, and like let's say we say plumber. Something happened in your house. You don't, unless it's some super extra stuff, and unless it's some super extra stuff and like you need like extra equipment or like you need multiple people for it's not a one man job. Okay, then that's different. But other than that, bruh, like if something happens in your crib, like with a toilet or a sink or whatever, you can go ahead and fix the problem yourself. So I say number one most important skill, get a trait. Like those traits, a lot of times you gonna get minimum damn near close to six figures a year. And I don't want to be on here and be like, see, don't go for this or that. You know, we need doctors and we need engineers and stuff like that. But literally an hour ago, when I was just going through YouTube shorts, there's one talking about, yeah, um, I did 8, 12 years in like 6, 8, 12 years in school. I thought I'd be making this bank as a doctor, but I'm $200,000 in debt. Boy, that's dead as hell. That's dead as hell. But I'd say like those important jobs, in my opinion, would be like the only reason to like people be going to college and don't even know what they want to do. That's an L. But I say that because with the trait, if there's sometimes they might have on training, uh, and sometimes you might have to like take a certain class, but that's a certain class. You know that there's something right after that. Like even if you go, you know, get your doctorate to PhD and shit like that, doesn't guarantee your job. That just makes you more qualified. Um, but with the like if you have to actually go and get, let's say, like a certificate or something like that, um, usually usually right after you have something lined up, unless you just did that first. But and then usually that's gonna get you that specific skill, work on that specific skill set, and then it's not gonna be as costly. Like, bruh, someone was offering me a little like, let's just say, like a scholarship type shit, and it even with the scholarship, like it wasn't like full ride, but even I forgot what it was, but I did a video. I did a not a video like I put it on YouTube, but like I recorded a video because I was like recording like not really vlogs, but like if I ever made like a if there's ever like a documentary on my life, then like I have that video in there. But it was me looking at it. I was like, I don't remember what it was, but this was like 10 years ago. So imagine 10 years ago, and it was like, let's just say 40,000 a semester with the scholarship, and 10 years later, without the scholarship too. L. Um, then number two, let's say you're not with that, getting a trade, or maybe you're you're not driven enough to go figure out how to learn that trade. Like me, like I kind of wish I had like someone who had a trade and like was able, like a family member or a family friend or whatever. Like that's what I wish that I had like coming out of high school. I would have been lit. Uh, but number two, you gonna if you're not willing to do that, you're gonna have to work multiple jobs. And what I'm telling you now, I'm trying to get you to the starting point until you grow in that. So let's say you don't want to learn a skill set, bro. Shut up, my nigga. Is you trying to like you want a promo, or like what is you doing, my guy? But like let's say you don't want to let's say electrician. You don't want to do that for however long. This is just saying till you get to a certain point where like maybe you might go into real estate or crypto, like to build on that wealth. This is just getting you to a point where you're set. Um, and this is not even talking about stuff like just saving money. I know as soon as I hit and record, it's gonna be quiet. But yeah. Number two, you have to, if you don't want to do that, you have to work helly jobs, work helly hours. Now, this is what I think would be the most productive for you, especially, and this is specifically. I mean, you could do it later in life, but specifically, this is gonna be more effective if you're a male between the age of 18 and 25. Now, if you're younger, you're gonna just need to do some part-time job. or even if you're younger, some part-time job, and about when you're 18 and you graduate and stuff like that, then hopefully that job can get you into like a full-time position, higher paying. But let's like what I like to do is calculate what is the bare minimum, right? So the most effective schedule would be would be minimum 6 hours Monday through Friday each jobs. So two jobs. So Monday, let's just say uh, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. and then like a let's say 2 hours in between 4 p.m. to like 10 p.m. minimum. That's minimum. But you want to try to keep growing on that. Or if you could just go off rip, hey, get you a nice little 8 hours for each of them. But like sometimes jobs will either have this is what the schedule is, and like it's hard to like combine them with other jobs. And then when it's easier to combine it with other jobs, then let's say you say Monday through Friday, you might not work all of that every day Monday through Friday. You might be off a Thursday and it'd be like, nah, I really want all of these days. Um, so that's something that you're just gonna have to work out. But if all goes well, get you 2 8-hour jobs Monday through Friday, one in the morning, one in the evening. Let's just say minimum they're giving you 725. Let's go ahead. I think I don't have I deleted helly things on here. Yeah, I don't got a calculator on here. That's tough. I'm gonna have to pull up an online calculator. But but so 40 hours, and what's better is if you can have a little gap in between the morning job and then try to, if the morning job offers some overtime, try to get some overtime, or the night job. I guess it doesn't really matter. Wherever you can, space you're sleeping in. But let's see, calculator. All right, let's do bare minimum. Let's say no job offers overtime. 725 times 40 times 2. All right, so we gonna use that. Most places you're gonna get bi-weekly. Um, some places you might get weekly, but most places you're either gonna get bi-weekly or a monthly salary. But so let's just say the very most your taxes will take out of that 580. Let's just say 130. Very most. I like to plan on the least, right? So since we did it 2 times, that's 450 a week, and we didn't even add in a weekend job. Now the weekend job, I say you wanna hit like a 12 to 12 if you can, 12 p.m. to 12 a.m. Get you all day. Listen, these first couple of years you're gonna have to grind. You're gonna have to. I said it in another video. You're gonna have to suffer first. Don't be trying to talk to girls. Don't be trying to listen. Your friends gonna have to understand you want to grind. But and also try to get at least one of these jobs food service, so you kind of specifically one of the Monday through Fridays, so you can kind of limit your spending costs when it comes to food. And also, let's say, like for instance, I did a lot of cooking. So before they had us doing that mass garbage and shit like that, I don't like. Only one of my jobs offered paid breaks, and I'm like, nah, I'm not taking a break. Like, y'all don't give me enough time to actually go eat somewhere else if I wanted to eat somewhere else. And also, some jobs want to be like, nah, you don't get an employee meal. So it's like, why am I taking a break? Just let me make money instead. Um, and some people, oh, I can't do that. Listen, most places, if you're in food service, they're gonna have you a little station where you can, get something to drink. And if you're cooking, like, you might have, let's just say there's food that was made wrong. I mean, sometimes, you just go ahead and eat that. Or let's say you at a place and they got like a I don't want to say, all right, let's just say a place where, you know, where the food can, just rest under a heat lamp. Like the food is not going out. It's kind of like, let's just say like fries at a place or whatever. Um, sometimes you get you a couple fries every now and then, and you don't even need to be eating like crazy. This shit's just gonna make you tired. So weekend, I say, all right. So we got that 450 a week. All right. So we go ahead and get rid of that. All right. Weekend. Let's just say doing 725. Nigga, stop zooming in. Times. Let's just say they don't let you do 12. Let's say. All right. Let's just say. Let's say minimum they let you do 15. Maybe do more, but let's say minimum 15. 108 times 2. Let's just say that takes. Let's say that takes 75. And let's just round that down to like 140. So it was at like 142 and 50 cents. Let's just round it down to 140. Yo, phone, can you stop being stupid, bro? Plus 350. Ship out lagging? Oh my gosh. Okay, 140 plus 350. Alright, so let's say by like I'm tripping. I gotta actually see it. The shit's, I don't know why it's fucking going like that. Okay. Okay, yeah, it was about 500. I thought I was tripping. Or was it 450? I gotta look at it again. Hell. No, I think it was 450. So that's about 600. All right. I knew I wasn't tripping. I'm like, hold on. All right. So it was in 350. It was 450. So about 600. 600 a week. Now people be sitting up here acting like that's nothing. 600 a week after taxes. That's just like, not like it's nothing, but like a lot of people a lot of people be spending money on stupid stuff, bro. Um, but and this is just bare minimum. You should be getting minimum 600 a week, minimum. Now, let's say we do that 600 a week. Oh my fucking goodness, bro. This shit's dumb as hell. 52. That's 31K off rip without like raises, bonuses, uh, and that's just in a weekend job. Not even uh, the bare minimum that they're gonna let you get. But when you go into it, let's just say you get that bare minimum first year. Next year, if you do good at those jobs, you should be getting a good, reasonable increase in your pay. And nowadays, it's it's kind of rare unless you're like a server. It's kind of rare of you getting paid minimum wage. Like places that I went and I barely got above minimum wage. Them niggas is giving like 11 a couple years later. Like stuff stuff due to inflation, stuff's going cost more years down the line. But like, damn, in like a couple years, by like $3. So yeah, those are like the two ways to. This is just starting to make the money. The next step is increasing. So this is going from $0 to minimum 30K to like 150K maybe. depending on whatever like trade you get. And then also, like even like I said, I get one of those jobs, food service, 725. Okay, if you get another job, let's say that other Monday through Friday is an actual full-time job. Most places that's not food service is not gonna give you minimum wage. They're gonna give you well above that. Also, another thing what you need to do before going into a job is kind of research like how much people like make going into it. That way, like when you go into the interview, that if if you ask for a number, it's not like, oh, well, we'll go ahead and get you because no one else is gonna give us, gonna want that hourly rate that low. Or you might say a number that's too high and be like, yeah, we're not gonna hire you. Um, I had that. I had made one of those mistakes within like the same month period, like twice, like on each side of the spectrum. So the last job I was at, um, I was there for like 2.5 years. I didn't know how much they made, and like I didn't even like look it up. I wasn't even thinking about it, and I said like a wage like $3 below that like they typically get paid. And then I started working there, and they got me to that $3 above. They got me to that place. But some places they're not gonna be like that. Oh, you'll take this much money? Okay, we'll give you that. Um, but I like a couple months after working there, another place that I applied to went there. I was like, let me go ahead and get the second job, and then I did like $2 too much than that they expect people to go into. Like I really didn't have that much expertise when it came to that sort of place that I applied to. So I kind of did a couple of dollars too high. But yeah, let me know what y'all think in the comments down below. Thumbs up, subscribe, stay tuned for the next one. I'm out. Peace.